Hello sir, my name is Jyoti and I want to ask you one question. I'm learning English for the last 6 months, but I have not improved. Can you tell me some secrets, some tips which will help me to improve my English speaking in 3 months? This message I got in my comment box. So I have picked this message and I want to make a video on this. I'm sure many of you guys have the same confusion. You all want to become fluent in 1 month, 2 months or 3 months, right? By the way, tell me why you are learning English, my dear friend. I want to listen from you. Please comment on this, why you are learning English. I will wait for your reply. But before I go to the main part of the video, I want to tell you, first of all, we need to understand what is English fluency. English fluency doesn't mean that if you keep speaking continuously, very fast, that is fluency. No. Fluency means when you are able to communicate with people without any problem or without any mistake or without any challenges. You speak to people normally without facing any problem. Let me give you an example. Now, what is your mother tongue? What language you speak? Can you comment and tell me? Why I'm asking you is that I'm giving an example. Suppose you are speaking in your mother tongue. You are so comfortable, right? You can speak to anyone in your mother tongue whenever you want, in any situation. If you are standing in a public, you may be a little scared, but you will not make mistake. You will be able to speak in your mother tongue. You will be able to express your thoughts. That is called fluency. You don't need any coaching. You don't need to go to any class or any training center for this. However, when you are learning a new language, obviously you need training, you need more attention. And you need to remember why we need this type of support when you learn a new language. Because you don't speak more. Hardly you will speak for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Other than that, you will be using your mother tongue. So when you are learning a new language, you need to make sure that you use the new language. Okay, you need to practice that new language whenever you get a chance. So my suggestion is that you need to practice as much as you can. Now let me share with you some tips which will help you to improve your English in 3 months. Learn basic words and phrases. My dear friends, when you are learning some language, how you will learn? First of all, you need to learn some basic words and phrases. Don't concentrate on tough things. Pick up some word sentences which we use on a regular basis. Let me share with you some words which we use on a regular basis. Got it? Now, let me share with you some phrases which you can use on a regular basis. Master this. Okay, once you master this, you will feel comfortable. And whenever you listen to someone, you will understand what he or she is speaking. So this is the first thing. Secondly, learn the basics of grammar, like tenses, articles, modal verbs, etc. Why I am saying this? When you understand or when you learn the basics of grammar, you will get the idea of how sentences are framed in English. When you get the idea of how sentences are framed, one of the biggest challenges you will be able to overcome. Because sentence formation is difficult. And when you are able to learn how to form sentences slowly and steadily, you will be able to speak English much better. Next, you need to develop the habit of listening and watching. At least 10 to 15 minutes every day. If you get more time, it's much better. Okay, when you listen more, when you watch more, you get the idea how this language is spoken. Also, try to understand what the speaker wants to say. Remember, in this step, your mind will get familiar to the English language. So, as I told you, when I was in the process of learning English, I gave so much of importance in listening. During my times when I was learning English, say 10 years back, or 12, 13, 15 years back. That time we didn't have that YouTube options or any way of learning English online. What I used to do, I used to read books a lot. When I read books, after that, I used to keep the books closed. I used to think what I read. Okay? You're catching it, right? Listen carefully. So, what I read. After that, I used to say the same thing in my own words. It was very tough. Believe me, my dear friend. It was very tough. But those tough days helped me to be where I am today. I am teaching you English only because I have taken that initiative. I have not given up. I tried my best to become the best. So I will always tell you, read whenever you can. Listen, watch, but with full attention. You should be very disciplined and dedicated. And believe me, 3 months is a good time for you to improve your English speaking. And finally, after you have completed all the things which I have told you, what you can do? You need to start talking to yourself initially. Just keep talking to yourself. Pick up a topic and start talking. Once you're comfortable talking to yourself, get someone who can help you in speaking with you. A small kid or someone in your neighborhood or a friend over WhatsApp. If you're sending some voice message to your friend, send that in English. Hey, good morning, dear friend. How are you doing? Small messages. This will train you to start speaking in English. Don't bother too much about the grammar, whether you are making mistake or whether you're not making mistake. I'll give you one example. When I was in my 12th standard, I had a guy, okay, he was from UP, Uttar Pradesh. He came to Assam, because I was studying in Assam that time, and he wanted to talk in Assamese. He was unable to do that, but he didn't have that fear. He used to make a lot of mistake while speaking Assamese. We all used to laugh, but he didn't give up. After 12th standard, I met him exactly after 3 or 4 years. That time, his Assamese was so pure, so good. Okay, this is how you have to build yourself. If you want to learn a language, throw out that fear and start speaking. The bottom line is English speaking takes time. It won't happen in 1 week or 1 month. It all depends on the person's practice and hard work. But remember, this is possible if you work properly for 3 months continuously. I wish you all the very best for your journey. I will see you again. Thank you.